Don't eat the dog. It's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on my Twitch and my other YouTube channel. Those links are down below. Also my Patreon, where I have more content on there that I can't post here.
Father White once said that if you ever master, then all your dead relatives are up in heaven watching you.
I mean, are they up there like, hey, you want to go to Abe Lincoln's house? Yeah, I'd like to, but my nephew's gonna jerk off, so I gotta go watch Dad.
Okay, so we're fine.
Today I'm going to be reacting to more Fallout. Episode 3, The Head. Oh, yay, more background on him.
There's an old Mexican eulogy. Feo, fuerte y formal. I'll give you 2 out of 3 on that front. Do I really have to kill him?
Cuts?
Ooh.
They already know you're a good man. They want to see that even a good man as yourself can be driven
Yeah,
too
I understand
far
that, but that's not
sometimes.
really my thing. You know, Emil, that's not what I do.
See, it's a new kind of Western. The power of the individual when the chips are down. That's why it would be really great if you could just shoot away in the fucking head. Yeah?
You gonna save any of that grape taffy for the rest of us?
It's not grape. It's lavender.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, man.
Mhm.
That's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Oh.
You gotta ask your mother.
Cute.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we should get going.
All right.
Photographer's ready and waiting.
Hey, what is this?
A bit of a costume change for you, Mr. Howard. They even made it in your color.
See if it fits.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's him. Little Voldemort looking. Buffy. Oh, he needs that to stay alive? Aw, that's cute. He has asthma? Didn't she try to shoot him with that stuff? No wonder why he laughed. Okay, yeah. Of course stopping at the intro, but I like stopping at the intro just to talk about that part, I guess. I really like that, I don't know the guy's name, so I'll just continue to call him the Ghoul. I really like how they did that scene because they make it to where it seems as if they could have been meeting for the first time with how they're flirting, but boom, they actually already have a child and they're already married. So I actually really liked that because it made it seem like, oh, that's probably his future wife, that's who he has his future kid with. But no, they still just have such great chemistry. So I thought that scene was not only clever because it makes you think that, and then it surprises you with, hey, you were right, but you were kind of wrong about how it already happened. So I still felt tricked even though it was obvious. So I actually liked that scene a lot. But now that we see him, you can at least assume, okay, well, he's made it this far and he's not with his daughter, so maybe his daughter didn't make it. So you're feeling for this character as not the villain, but he's doing a lot of villain-like things. So I like that it only in the 3rd episode, it's giving you a little bit of, oh, okay, it's the good guy turned villain arc, which is the character that he's playing in the Western that he has such a problem with. Like, oh, I just don't feel like this good guy character would do that. I just don't feel like me as a sheriff playing this guy would be pushed over the edge to do something wrong and insensitive. And it's like ironic because that's who you are now. So
when you are old and sigh, wishing you they go maybe the one who then what will
ooh.
This is Nightitis.
This is Petty Officer Shortsight. You missed your check-in.
We were attacked.
Squire, he fell in battle.
Copy that. We'll get you a replacement, Squire.
Right away.
Probably just shouldn't have answered. I mean, wouldn't someone else just try to steal the suit? Maybe you need keys for it. I don't know.
I can fix it. Cost you 5 caps.
Could you do it for 4?
We buy teeth? Don't be your front tooth.
If you do it fast.
Yeah, that's exactly what I oh my goodness, we're so shocked. I mean, what else was he going to do, I guess, but still.
I try to make believe there's nothing wrong.
I mean, they're basically putting you in the suit. Get in the suit. Hurry, jump in there, because they can probably see it's very obviously a different person.
Knight Titus! I'm Thaddeus. And I'm honored to be in your charge.
Arise, my squire.
Ugh.
And clean this.
Don't be. Why?
Elder Cleric says, whoever gets the target will control the wasteland. We are to kill whomever stands in our way.
Yeah, that was interesting so far. I feel like Lucy's almost. It feels almost twisted at how well she's taking everything. I think in a typical show, it could almost be like if you're just turning this on and you're watching this episode, it almost feels like, oh, that's really corny. Like no one would react that way. Is that bad acting? Is it bad writing? But I think that it works because you know that her character is so okie dokie. Like her character seems very. I wish I could find a different word for it, but I think that's just how she is. Almost unbelievable. If anything, the older lady kind of mentioned it where she's like, you vault dwellers are just unbelievable. Because it kind of brings everybody else back to reality, whereas she's so separated from it, it aids in the, wow, that seems like bad acting. It's like, well, she's kind of separated from everybody else in that entire world. So if she feels misplaced, that's part of the reason probably. With Maximus, I would say he does seem almost a little emotionless. Like he has a very similar facial expression in a lot of the scenes, but it's interesting because anytime he does change his facial expression, it makes you wonder, what is he thinking? Because it's almost like uncomfortable whenever he does, because it's like this power hungry emotion every now and again. Like I thought with the Squire, he would have a little bit more like, oh, wow, I remember not being in that position. Let me treat him a little bit more with decency. But instead, he treats him as terribly as the guy treated him. And it's like, what are you going to do whenever that moment comes and we see him having to make like a really tough decision? You're not really showing a lot of signs that you're going to make a great decision. Based off of maybe the audience perspective, I'm a little worried about his character. But I still feel like they're playing into you rooting for him because we know how he started, which is he is really, really fighting and climbing his way up. And he's also very alone. I mean, I know Lucy's alone and the Ghoul's alone, but with Maximus, it just seems like he could get in a lot of trouble and he's alone. Okay, at least she covered it up. Looks like a long walk. Oh, please don't die. Oh, that was quick. Thought she would say greetings.
I lost it.
The thing took it.
Gulper got it, huh?
Okay. I'm being reassigned. whole opening the vault door for Lucy thing didn't sit too well with the council, so...
Norman, you're next.
You know why you're in here?
Because I helped my sister escape the vault.
Escape? You and Chet put your sister in incredible danger by helping her out that vault door.
These vaults are impenetrable, meaning those raiders could only have gotten into Vault 32 because some bonehead opened the door to the surface.
I put everyone at risk. Not just Vault 32, but 33 and 31 as well. What are we going to do with you?
Punish me with a demotion, I guess.
Are you aware that at every job you've been assigned to, your performance review has been lax enthusiasm?
It's a predicament, isn't it? How do you demote someone who equally dislikes every job he's ever worked? I'm just glad to hear that we punish people down here for breaking the rules. Is that just for vault dwellers or for people who come down here and murder vault dwellers?
We've got a job for you after all.
Oh. Oh, we're feeding them like cute little animals.
See the apples, sir?
Climb higher.
Fuck! Sorry. Apologies, sir. I know you wanted an apple.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want.
Like an artifact to retrieve. Let's go.
Okay.
When he finds out who you are, he's gonna do to you what you did to the other guy.
How'd they get away?
I was waylaid. The Ghoul intervened. If we find the Ghoul, we find the target.
All wastelanders leave radiation trails. By allowing the Ghoul to live, you've made it possible to trace the whereabouts of the target. I got a trail! Yeah. Well done, sir. This
Looks
way.
like a toaster oven.
Warrior waits! Think this was him?
Hard to tell.
Think we should bring the body back with us?
No, his head is what's valuable. We need to find it.
Oh yeah, smart.
Stop, please!
Wow,
Oh
could
my
have
God,
just...
he's an overseer. He got taken by raiders, and I need the head to get him back.
Torturing a person don't do shit.
Why are you doing this?
I ain't torturing you, sweetheart.
Oh.
I'm using you as bait.
Oh, bad. Don't eat the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have just let you use me as bait in a poison river.
Those Gophers digest real slow. You got time.
No, stop. Where are we going? What about the dog?
He ain't mine.
No. Okay. So, I mean, quite a bit's happened. I was almost shocked that the Ghoul didn't immediately kill her, but I guess he does know that if he's the one who found the body and the head was chopped off, it's easier for him to know, okay, well, she obviously chopped it off, she ran away with him, so he needs her in some way to get the head. But once you know where the head is, he seems like a pretty capable person. It's a little shocking he would keep her alive. I don't want to just assume he's all bad and he would just kill her, because we haven't really gotten to know his character that well yet. He only killed the guys because they kind of threatened him, so he realized, okay, well, you have no use for me, and you're kind of trying to act like you're the boss of me, so I'm just going to kill you right whenever I wake up. And then everybody else, because he has a mission to get the head, to get the guy that he's after. Whereas with Lucy, I guess it's a little bit less of a threat. He doesn't really see her as that much of a threat. She's, if anything, kind of probably entertaining in some way, so he's kind of like, yeah, no. So he's not just really quick to kill her. Oh, and the vial stuff, we'll talk about it later. Obviously, it's important for him to live.
Your former squire.
How did he die?
You knew him?
Yeah, I did. Me and the other guys used to be pretty hard on him. People at the base, they used to beat the shit out of me. This shipment of new recruits came in, and one of them
Was Maximus. So it's a funny idea. What if we beat the shit out of that guy instead?
I just wish he lived long enough to find someone else to beat up, you know? Only seems fair.
Don't feel bad.
It's like you said, the law of the wasteland.
We can judge a person and a society by how they treat their enemy. We need to decide what to do with these prisoners, and that is a decision that we need to make as a collective.
The most ethical solution would be to rehabilitate the prisoners and then integrate them into our vault society.
I can teach the Raiders Shakespeare, and when they're ready, Marlowe.
I'd be happy to teach them introductory calculus.
Is there something you'd like to say, Norm?
Well, I mean,
Do what
she...
they would have done to us.
Wow. Jeez Louise, Norm.
Murdering these prisoners of ours is not under serious consideration.
You're right. It was not my intention to question your leadership, Overseer.
Thank you.
May I speak with you for a moment, please? It's about the water chip. It's the type of thing Overseer McLean would have preferred to discuss privately.
Let's hear it.
Water chip is destroyed. The vault only has enough water to keep our population alive for 2 months.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough.
Thanks.
You're right, you know. If your father were here, he'd do the right thing.
Wait a minute.
What?
We're definitely picking up an abomination of some kind or another. Let me lead the charge! I'll lead the charge!
Get back to shore.
But, sir!
Go!
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's nice. I love cute. Don't just watch him die!
I've got you!
What?
You saved me!
You saved me first.
Puppy! Just find a new home, jumping from...
The head.
The head! It's the head! Yes!
Because he needs the stuff, so it's a side quest. He has to leave to go get the stuff.
Sir. Sir, please. I need water.
Why do I like him so much? Oh my gosh! That was in the background at the beginning of the episode. It's where he worked.
Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Ain't much stays clean up here, Volty.
Is that what happened to you? Radiation?
Something like that.
They're gonna put me in the movies.
Ready to meet the suits?
I'll try not to embarrass you.
On behalf of the whole Vault-Tec family, we wanted to say how delighted we are.
You know, I've never done an advertisement before in my life. But then again, my wife has never asked me to. So.
Oh, now I'm starting to get the joke of making him do the thumbs up at the party.
Here we go.
Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star.
Hey, I have an idea. What if I were to do like a thumbs up?
Go for it, Coop.
And all I gotta do is act naturally.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder how he fell off then, because it seems like he was a famous actor, and I mean, even those guys who work for, I guess, Vault-Tec / the government were kind of fanning out over him, like, oh my gosh, he called him Coop, and he's like, yeah, like, I worked up the guts to do that, where he's the cool guy, and even those people are really impressed and kind of shy. Even them saying, wow, we're really happy that we could get the opportunity to basically work with you, sponsor you. And the only reason why they've been able to arrange that is because of his wife. So connections. As if his wife not asking him, they wouldn't have been able to get to him to do an advertisement. And how ironic that the only advertisement that he ends up doing, he ends up completely, I mean, I wouldn't say ruining his life, that maybe not the actual reason for it being ruined, but later despises them because, you know, he just ended up being on the complete opposite side of the Vault-Tec-y people. You're kind of like, oh wow, he's really awful, has no feelings. But then it shows you like, okay, well this is why. Like it shows you background. You really feel for the character and why he's gotten to where he's gotten. So I like that about the show, because they're doing it side by side, showing you the past and getting to know him, while showing you what he's turned into. And I thought they did a really good job with opening up that way too, because at the very beginning of episode 1, they show you who he was in the past, and then at the very end of the first episode, they show you what he became. And then they kind of don't really touch base on that in the second episode, and now we're revisiting it in the third. And you're kind of almost seeing the Vault Dwellers now as how the rest of the world sees them. They sound so corny and cheesy. They sound so goody two-shoes, super sheltered, like... Maybe we can teach them calculus and Shakespeare. Like, oh my goodness, you are not grounded at all, like in the outside world of how things work. So yeah, I thought it was good, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Go check out all my links, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.